Hello, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Just 1 second. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, so we are currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Fenley Beadwork Instructor Facebook page. And let me go ahead and share it to the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. Just give me a second while we do these little housekeeping things. Hello, if you're on, say hello on this fine fall morning. All right, here we go. All right, it is November 28th, 2025 at 10:04 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the Midwest, USA. We're currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Fenley Beadwork Instructor Facebook page, and live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. Hello, good morning. This fine sunny Friday here in the Midwest, USA. Hello, Devin from, is it Devin? Okay, you're on YouTube today and not on Facebook, but it's you, okay? Devin from Plattsburgh, New York, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy and windy. Yep, no snow here either, Devin. And hello, good afternoon, Natia from Germany. All right, everyone, hello. Well, do I have a plan today? No, I don't. So welcome to another Bead and Chat live and help session. These are my every Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I come on and these are my office hours while I make a project, work on a project, and while you possibly work on a project, and we chat. And if you have any questions on any of your French beading projects, put them in the comments below, and I will see what I can do. Oh, Natia says it's Natia. Happy birthday to your daughter. How old is she? I know she's an adult. Okay, so what am I going to do today? What are you working on today? So Devin and Natia, what are you guys working on today? I've decided, well, last week I was working on, well, I said I was going to work on my poinsettias, right? So I think that's what I'm going to work on today. First, let's have my second cup of coffee. This morning. And I was trying to get my second camera up earlier before I came on. We'll see if it wasn't working, so we'll see if it works or not. Let's give it a minute. I'm going to try one more time. See, this is why I can't do live lessons anymore, because it's just won't come on. You guys, is this even connected? I think it is. It's connected. I don't see why I would need a second camera, but I just like to have it just in case I want to show something, right? Okay. Who's in a turkey coma today? I am not. We canceled Thanksgiving with my parents because my youngest was sick like 2 days ago. I'm like, well, he was better yesterday, but then I figured, you know what, just in case there's some lingering something, I don't want to pass it on to them. Don't want to get the senior citizens sick, right? So, okay. If it doesn't work, then I'll just leave it and forget it. Okay. So forget about the second camera. Ignore this. Ignore that. Devin says, I really enjoyed last week's show and tell. You're such an inspiration. Thank you, Devin. I want to make more French beaded flowers. Oh, I need to show you what I did with last week's flowers. Natia says, so glad I finished the last branches for my cute little spruce tree last night. Oh, okay. Yes, people are still working on their spruce trees. In the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group, we are currently having a spruce tree bead along with Anna. Okay, so let me show you well, I guess I've posted this on my Facebook page and also in the group. Is I finished this arrangement. I was asking you guys for opinions on what to do for this bicycle basket. I had the red and white clovers, and then I had the heart-shaped clovers, aka Axalis, aka root sorrel. It has so many names. But in my book, Beat Flora, the Revival French Beaded Flowers, I called it heart-shaped clovers, but they're actually Axalis or root sorrel. And I had the little daisies. I did floss them before I put them in here because this is a little project that's in my first book that I didn't want to have flossing because it's it's more of a instant gratification project. So I didn't want to have flossing, which is, it's not totally necessary because it's such a small project, but because I am planting it here, I wanted to have some flossing on there as well. And these little lilies that I did for a YouTube video many years back, maybe 4 or 5 years back. I don't have a PDF on that, but that project is still on my YouTube channel. And there, I can actually take it out because it's not inserted. And ooh, and you see like all these, the floral foam. I used floral foam. This is actually the first time I've ever used floral foam. I just from a environmental standpoint, I just did not want to use floral foam in most cases. So this is the first time I've ever bought it. I got it from the dollar store. It's just, so in this case, I don't think anything else in here. Like the basket is very lightweight, right? It's so lightweight that I don't want to use clay, and other planting mediums would not work. So this is my exception to this is my one-time exception to use floral foam. And I guess I should have glued it onto the basket, the foam. Oh, I still have it. I have some left, so let me grab it for you guys to see where I got, just from like the dollar store. So this is the floral foam that I got from the $1.25 store. And I just used 2 pieces in here, so it fit in there nicely. So I have one more project that I can use these in, right? So I did like how it turned out. Really love it. And I really love it that I don't have all of these little flowers lying everywhere, because the Axalis, the root sorrel, was in its own container, and then the lilies were in their own container, and the daisies were in their own container in their individual, arrangements. And then I haven't done anything with the red and white clovers yet, so this was my chance to do something. So now it's just one arrangement instead of just all these little things everywhere. So I was feeling overwhelmed with, and I hate to use this word, but clutter, because it's like, I don't want to say that about my beading, but it just felt so cluttered with everything everywhere. And just last week, like with the flossing of the stems and just putting everything together in an arrangement, it felt so freeing because it feels like I'm tidying up, right? Because all of my flowers in my crate um, was just it was just it just felt cluttered to me because I wasn't doing anything. Okay. Devin says it's beautiful. Love the lilies and daisies. Look so full. Beautiful spring, summer. Yes, very summery. All these flowers are summer. All of these are summer flowers. So nice little summer bouquet. You know how picky I am with making sure that all of the seasonal flowers are together. Right? I just want to, yeah. I want to make sure they're all together. They're grouped by their season. If they're out of season, like it's just, I know I shouldn't be that picky, but I just can't get it out. It's a mind block that I cannot. They're beaded flowers, so you can mix them if you want, right? But somehow, um, maybe because I am a gardener, then it needs to be grouped by season. Okay. Okay. Hello, Louise. Louise says your bicycle basket is gorgeous. Thank you, Louise. Nadia says if you had used clay, it probably wouldn't have been so good for the bike's axle. Yep. So the flowers are heavy. So I think the floral foam worked. And at first, I was thinking that I probably need some sort of moss. I also got some moss as well to put on top. But because it's so full, like it covers all of the foam. I don't know if you can see it like you can barely see the foam. There you go. It covers most of the foam. So I don't know if I really need to use the moss. I don't know if I need to. But what I'm thinking I need to do is to take this out so I can glue the foam onto the basket because I did not do that. I did not do that before. I was too excited. And also, I think my kids broke my glue gun. So my hot glue gun is not working either. So I need to get a new hot glue gun or find my husband's hot glue gun. But that's what I need to do. That's the final step for this one is one, take out the foam and glue it onto the bottom of the basket. And then also let me know, should I put moss in here or no? Yes or no to the moss? Let me know in the chat. All right. If you guys are joining me right now, hello, good morning. We are doing a bead and chat / help session. If you are here and working on your French beaded flowers and you have any questions on any of your French beading projects, put them in the chat and I will answer your questions on the spot as best as I can. All right. What is next? So yes, finish with this. Devin says no moss. Where can I put it so it doesn't get knocked over? Oh, another thing that I did, I showed you guys my dogwood last week. And I did pot it permanently, somewhat. And I love it. Let me grab it. So last week, I said that I wanted to plant the dogwood using what's the word? 2-part epoxy, right? And that was my plan. I had like little beads and rice in here, and then that's how I propped it up. But then I decided to use the non-drying clay. Is it non-drying or air dry? Oh, I used the air dry clay instead. So I stuffed it with clay and then I put like some moss on top. So now I can do this and it won't fall apart. So that is the goal for all of my arrangements. That is the goal now, is to floss them, and two, like pot them so I can do this, right? So I can tip it over and it won't fall out. That is the ultimate goal for my arrangements right now. So that's what I did. I showed you also this is the two-part epoxy. I use the epoxy on this. This is like from over 20 years ago. I made these over 20 years ago. So that's the ultimate goal. So if you use epoxy, or it's also called acrylic water, right? So that is the ultimate goal. So I put pebbles in here, those clear pebbles, and I guess you can see the dust. You can see the dust on here, right? It's kind of dusty. It's been sitting out and it's gotten dusty, but it's still good. It's still good. Okay, so I think the overwhelming, well, two of you said no moss. Okay, so no moss. Devin wants to know how to dust them, how to keep them dust free. I did show a few weeks ago on how to dust my beaded flowers, and I have it right there. Let me grab it. I don't think this is charged because I was dusting my stuff last week. No, not last week, when I showed it, right? Like I used this keyboard duster vacuum, and you use a standard, whatever it is that you charge it with. It's just one of the standard chargers, right? And let me see if it turns on. I don't want to have it next to the mic. Nope, it doesn't turn on because it's dead. So what I do is I take this and I just turn it on, and it just sucks up the dust, right? So I've been doing this I've been using this for about 2 years or so. For my beaded flowers, it works great. It's like gentle enough that it doesn't hurt the beaded flowers. Another thing that I do is I use paper towels. I wet the paper towels gently, so it's not like seeping wet, right? Just a little moist, and then I take the towels and I wipe the dust off. Um, but with so many flowers, it gets kind of too much. Gets a bit much, right? But the good thing is, when the flowers are in the studio, they don't get that dusty. Then if I were to have it in the main living area, then it can get pretty dusty. But this vacuum works pretty well. I didn't do any research when I bought it. It's just a basic Amazon purchase, and I can see the dust in there. And that's probably from other things too, not just not. I use it for, like, dusting the curtains, not curtains, like the blinds. I use it for the blinds too. So that's not just. I don't use it just for the beaded flowers. And you can take this out and wash it. I take all the things out, and then I can wash all the parts. Wash here, and then this filter, I wash it. I don't do it as often as I like, but just that's what I do. So, and I think other people have used things like what are those called? Paintbrushes. So, and I've never really used a paintbrush. I just usually just use a damp paper towel to wipe the dust off. There's too much dust. Like, I don't dust as often as I should. I don't. So okay. right, peoples. If you are just joining me, we are doing a bead and chat, and I just showed everyone how I dust. Let me go ahead and open up my project. Should I try one more time to see if this camera works? Because it's time to do the poinsettias, right? Poinsettia time. Nope, still doesn't work. Oh well. So my project box, it was just in a bag, but now it's in a box. Uh-oh. Okay. So it's time to do the poinsettias. I released this pattern how many years ago? 2 or 3 years ago. I guess I had to read through it to see. I'm feeling overwhelmed already. It's like, what do I have? Right? What do I have? It's like I haven't done this in a while. So I'm not even sure what I have. So these are the centers, the flowers of the poinsettia. I guess I need to make more. Like, I don't remember how I did this. Like, the fun part is the designing part. And then later on, years later, you don't know how you do things. Well, good thing I have a tutorial, right? Good thing I wrote things down. Okay. Poinsettia leaf. This is one of the outer ones, I believe. This actually is the original sample that I took apart to redo. The original sample, it was just like one color, but I decided I didn't want just one color. I wanted some shading. But when I do samples, I do want it to be in just one color because I don't want, because it will take more time and to do the sample in multiple colors, and if it's not right, you're wasting all that time, right? But at the same time, I'm wasting all this time by taking it apart as well. But okay, let me relace this. Just need to figure out what I need to do. Let me know what you guys are working on. While I figure this out. And also, if you can, please hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Subscribed if you haven't subscribed. I'm trying to, doing this YouTube thing, right? So hit the like button or smash the like button. And also, if you're watching from Facebook, hit the like button on the Facebook. All right. And while I'm doing this, I saw on here that I had something on here that I wanted to talk about a while ago, and I don't think I talked about it, but if I did, I will put it back on again. So I had this communications from someone a while ago. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I don't think I talked about this. I don't recall if I did or not, but I don't think I did. So someone contacted me and said, that they were looking for all these beaded flowers, 45 anemone, 45 marigolds, 90 roses, 45 in yellow, 45 in gold. Um, and they want it in a week. Like, are you freaking kidding me? um, and I think some other people also, I think Lauren also had something similar, that they were looking for all of these beaded flowers in a week. And I thought that was kind of like ridiculous that they were looking for beaded flowers in such a short amount of time. Like, don't you know how this works? But like, maybe a week or two later in our group, there was someone who posted that, with all the flowers that she made, right? Like in a short amount of time. And the person that commissioned her work was upset because she could not finish it. But oh my gosh, she did a lot of beading. It was just like, seriously, I would not have accepted that order that she did. Um, she must have not slept at all in order to get all of those beaded flowers done. And the bride or whoever commissioned the work was not happy because it was not done. But but just to show you, like, how out of touch, I guess, a lot of people are. And at the same time, I think we, as makers, um, creators, need to set the standard that no, we will not do this, right? Like, the more that you're willing to accept these types of works on such deadlines, the more people will try to take advantage of you. Um, I get it if you need if you need the money, right? But at the same time, we need to set those standards where we don't get taken advantage of. Mm. Devin says this has to be a scam. Probably could be, um, but at the same time, there is no way that that can be done. And there, our group member, that was an actual order that she did. Like, she made hydrangeas and all these things. Um, I don't know what happened after that, but most people were like, that's um, that's not something that they would be able to do, and I would not I would not be able to do, right? So, but this, Devin, so this particular communications, it very might well be a scam. Um, but the one our group member ordered, that the order that she did was probably not a scam because she actually made the order. Okay. So I'm not sure what I have. I'm just going to do some finishing touches, like the finishing up the lacing and finishing up. Okay. Right. I don't know what I have, but I really don't feel like beating more poinsettias, but I have all these parts, right? That I need to work. I have all these parts. And if I don't want to do more beating, then these parts will just sit around. Yes, Devin, you and me. uh, well, I kind of knew that today people would be busy. Y'all out shopping, right? Okay, so what have you bought? What have you guys bought? I did want to come on here, regardless of who was going to be on. I knew it would be slow, but I wanted to be here anyways because I don't go out for these. I don't go out to do this Black Friday shopping thing. Never liked going out to do shopping, especially when to go out on on Black Friday to beat the crowd or any of that stuff. I just don't like shopping. And on a normal day, why would I go out today, right? Why would I go out today? But I used to go to, like, I think at one point I did go out to like the craft store. I bought one of my drawer organizer things, my multicolored drawer organizer at Joann's one year. But that was it. Mm. No, I didn't see if there's any bead deals or bead like or wire. There's probably a wire sale or something. Um, there probably is. I didn't check just because I don't need to get anything right now. I haven't checked. Okay, Natia says I saw that post too. She worked 14 hours every day. Oh my gosh. No, I cannot. Well, maybe when I was younger, maybe like 20 years ago, I would have been able to beat 14 hours a day. Um, I'm lucky if I have do any beating these days, right? um, like barely getting any of this stuff done. I'm just organizing my petals right now. Okay. So most of what I'll be doing in the coming weeks would probably just be a lot of flossing because I'm looking around and there's still flossing to be done. Because my ultimate goal is to get all of my um, flowers that I haven't flossed, and then potting them ultimately in a permanent state. I still haven't decided on what to do with my sunflowers yet because some of you have said that I should just leave the sunflower as is. You like the eucalyptus, but you didn't like the color. Like the color didn't match. So right now it's just sunflowers, which still by itself looks fine, but I'm just, in a way, I'm just like, maybe it needs something else. I don't know. Yeah, Devin, I hate shopping. I just feel like it's such a waste of time. Like before, like we could buy stuff off the internet. I would like go to a store to try to find, well, for example, shoes, right? Or pants. Like it's hard for me to find pants. But you'll go to one store, you can't find something. You go to another store, you can't find something. It's like all this time it wasted driving around looking for something. I just hate that. So when online shopping first came around. I'm like, yeah, yes, that's what I did. But yeah, but it's hard to find pants and stuff online. But most stuff. Um, Devin, I don't have the kits for the poinsettias. Is there an interest in a kit for the poinsettias? It, I don't have a kit for like my bigger projects. Um, is there interest in a kit for the sunflowers? Um, I just think that, well, I just haven't done it because it was so, there's just so many beads, I guess, right? Um, that I haven't done it. And the shadings is different for each of the poinsettias. So, okay, now Taya says only guess the number of hours. Probably, right? Maybe even more than 14 hours. Okay. Okay, so I will consider, I guess I'll consider doing the kits for my bigger projects. Um, the only thing is, when I'm doing kits, I want to be able to test out the kits, which means I need to make it again. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, right? I will need to test them out, um, make sure that there's enough beads. And if I were to do it, for example, for the sunflowers, I would need, okay, well, let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. Um, let's talk about that. Let me grab them. Oh my gosh. So if we were doing a kit for the sunflowers, you have all these colorways, right? So I guess I don't want to have to rebead every single one to test out the kits. So would we want one colorway or like all colorway options? What do you guys think? Or just a plain one colorway, like, or just one color? Like this is just all yellow. And this is what? Or maybe I can estimate. We'll see. Let me think about it. See if I can do it without um, redoing everything. Okay, poinsettias. Yes, I'm wearing my pajama pants. It's comfortable. Yeah, Louise, that vase is so heavy. I don't even know how many pounds. I should weigh it. Okay, so I am working on the poinsettias to I need one more, right? I have two here and I need one more to make a complete bouquet. So I guess for those wanting a kit, like, do you want both colorways or just a choice of a colorway? Um, Yeah. Okay, something to think about. Okay, let me think about that. Okay, I'm going to put it down here so I don't knock it over. Those are huge and heavy. And I guess that there are other kits that I also want to offer from previous patterns that I have done that are, and there are some other patterns that are advanced patterns that people have not done because there are so many colors that of beads that people need to get, and I understand that you can feel overwhelmed with what colors to use, so therefore you haven't made them. So I've sold many of my pink magnolia patterns, but no one has beaded it yet, and I think it's because there are just too many colors in there and you are just feeling overwhelmed with having to choose your own colors that you aren't able to do it yet. So I would love to do a kit for that. It's been years and I have not yet, because mostly because I don't want to bead it again because I've made so many of them. Hello, April. April says, can't stay, but wanted to drop and say hi. Are you going shopping, April? uh, uh, hello and goodbye. Okay. Okay. You would love the, Devin says she would like the red one. Okay. So now that there's use established interest, I will think about it. I will think about it. Okay. So let me finish tidying up my poinsettias. That would help people actually make the projects to have the kits, because as a person that is overwhelmed with choice, I get it. I get it. A lot of you may have the pattern, but if you're overwhelmed with what to do, sometimes you just stagnate and then don't do it. I know how that is. Okay. Gonna finish this up and then it's almost an hour already, right? The time passes quickly. April says grocery shopping on Black Friday. Yeah. A few years back, there was a Black Friday, um, like a grocery store, like one of the natural food stores here. They did have a sale on meat for Black Friday. So I did go shopping for that one. And also because they're just 5 minutes away, right? Like there wasn't much driving to go to that grocery store. But yeah, I did go to that. I should see if they have a sale. I should see if they have a sale, because I can pick up on I can I will go shopping for groceries. That's like basically one of the only things I go shopping for, groceries. Mm. Wow, it feels good just to get these little things done, just to taking care of the lacing wire. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because what a mess, right? What a mess. All right. And speaking of Black Friday, I do have a Black Friday sale as well. Let me finish this up and we will talk about that. Okay, bye, April. Okay, Natia says more and more retailers are dying out in our city centers because more and more people are shopping online. Yeah, that is true. You know what? I have been trying to buy local. I have stopped or reduced my Amazon purchases. I've only purchased from Amazon twice this year, just for some things that I couldn't find locally. But otherwise, I've been pretty good about not buying from Amazon and making an effort to buy from the little guy versus big box stores. So, as much as I hate shopping, I am trying. Okay, I don't even know what I'm working on here. So I need to figure out what petal I'm working on first. Okay, I think that's it. So for what I have so far, I finished all of I tidied up all of my petals. So okay. All right. Okie dokie. So here we are. I do need to make leaves. How many leaves are on here? Oh, that's quite a few leaves. 1, 2, 3, at least 5 leaves. I don't have any leaves made. Okay. Okay. Devin says tomorrow, Small Business Saturday. We'll be going out tomorrow to shop at local small businesses. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. So I'm going to call it a day here because that's all I did. But it's good, right? It's a good step. It's a good step. Okay. Well, it would be good if my second camera worked. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try again. Extra camera. Nope. Well, I'm thankful that at least one camera works because the other week. Oh my gosh. Wait. Yay. It works. I was going to say I'm grateful at least one camera works because the other week, didn't. And this streaming program decided to change things up on me. So I need to figure they just change the layout and just, once you get used to something and then just they change it up on you. Okay. Okay, so this is what's on my working area. Okay, so I do want to show. Okay, so my Black Friday sale. I have a new March drop, you guys. All right. So you see my bead spinners here. Okay. Is it working? Nope. Nope. It was working and now it's not. It's just frozen now. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. If it doesn't, then Is it working? Okay. See my fingers? Okay, it's working. Okay, maybe I won't touch it. I might jinx it if I touch it. All right. Okay, so I do have a Black Friday sale as well at beadflora.com. Use beads20 to get 20% off of PDFs, video classes, bead spinners, bead spinner accessories, and books. There's not many books left. I need to order some more books, but it's included. There may be like 1 or 2 books left in stock right now. But we have, some of you have asked, okay, when we dropped the bead spinners last year, Kim asked for a funnel, right? So, and I did send Kim a funnel. Yep. Okay, so let's not. So this is the funnel, and it attaches on to our bead spinner, just the bowl. Let's put some beads in here. I don't have a little baggie, but got beads in here. We have our funnel, and pretend this is a little zip top bag, and we drop our beads into our zip top bag. I didn't think that this was something that was needed, but now I can't live without it. So what I have done before was I would dump the beads into a container and then kind of gingerly pour it into my bag if I used a little baggie. But this has helped a lot. And Mary from Florida requested a base plate for the bead spinners. So I gifted this to Mary for giving us the idea. So sent that to Mary. So what you do is you attach the bottoms. It screws right on. So if you already have a bead spinner, these are just ancillary products that will attach right on to the bead spinners. All right. What I have done is I've just taken I use double-sided tape, and I would tape the base plate onto, you guys have seen this. You've seen this with my other project boxes where I've used double-sided tape, and I would tape the base plate onto the top of my project boxes, and then I would bead on my project box. Like I would do this, right? You see me do this. Okay. Hello, Tank. Hello. Just wanted to drop by and say happy Giving Thanks Day. Hello. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Okay. All turkeyed out. We didn't have turkey. We didn't. I didn't have time to go shopping with my youngest being sick. I was going to go out and buy all the stuff and make my I was going to host for the first time, but then it got canceled. Didn't want to get the grandparents sick. Okay, so yes, that's what we've got. We've got a base plate, a new base plate. Thank you, Mary, for the idea, and also a funnel. These two products have dropped at the beadflora.com website. You can get 20% off by using the code BEAD20. Expires on December 1st, which is like Monday. So from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. So take advantage of these two new products. All right, that's all we got today. Like I said, I know it'd be kind of slow today because everybody's busy, busy, but kind of. Well, I didn't want to get up this morning, right? Like the alarm went off and I didn't want to get up because the kids didn't have school and I didn't want to get up. But the alarms went off nevertheless at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Um, to get the kids up. So I didn't want to get up, but I got up anyways, right? Not to do shopping, but to do this live stream. So Pam, yes, the bead spinners are 3D printed. They are designed by my husband, and with under my guidance, he designed them, and they are printed here. So, and they are made to order. Tink, thank you so much for the $5. It's my first, is it super chat? My first super chat. Yay, thank you. Appreciate that. Um, um, love it. So yeah, Pam, they are 3D printed, designed by my partner. All right, so that is it for today. And again, we'll be back on next. Let's look at the calendar. I don't think there's anything, unless there's something weird going on. I should be on next week as well, but just look at the calendar. So next week, Friday, December 5th, I will be on. Oh, every Friday I should be on. I'm not sure about the 26th. Not sure about that day or the 2nd. We'll figure it out then. But at least the 5th, 12th, and 19th for sure. I'll probably be on unless something happens, right? So thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Friday morning. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. Enjoy your shopping. Bye, Louise. Bye, Tink. Bye, everyone. Bye, Natia. See you next time.